become safe, skilled drivers. Our certified instructors teach the latest techniques to ensure you're prepared for any road. With quality vehicles and hands-on training, we give you the skills to drive responsibly. Get started today.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
If you or someone you know is planning to retire within 6 to 12 months, please call Joe D. Garcia. Federal, city, county, state employees, and small business owners, we have you covered. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call Joe D. Garcia from Blanket Retirement Services, 956-276-4943.
I'm Joe D. Garcia.
And I'm Rolando Trevino.
And we are Blanket Retirement Services. We have you covered.
What's up, everybody? Back for another episode of Lunchin with the Hounds, proudly presented by Arroyo Driving School on a Wednesday afternoon here at St. Joe. Kevin, alongside Miss Sylvia Martinez, joining us one last time.
Yes.
As you're getting ready for graduation and just ready to wrap up your time here at St. Joe. So, Sylvia, thanks for joining us this afternoon. So, the dust is settled just a little bit. With the golf season coming to an end, and what are you feeling now that, like I say, the dust is settled and you're able to take it in?
I'm still very sad it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when I was walking in that last hole, I just it all settled, and I realized that it was my last tournament, and I just was so sad. But I mean, I'm happy with how my golf journey has gone here in high school. I mean, it's been successful, so I'm happy with that.
For sure, absolutely, and it's a good story when you look at yours. Just the last couple of years, you picked up golf. You're able to qualify twice for the regional meet. You were successful in a lot of local meets throughout the season, and you signed to go play college golf. A lot. If you look up the percentage, I think it's very slim to none on the percentages of kids that actually get to go play college ball. So you're a part of that very small percentage. What made you get into golf? What was the interest that drew?
Mostly my dad. Growing up, my dad would always go play golf, and he still does. And he would take me and my brother, and we would go play, but I didn't find any interest at it at first. But going into my sophomore year, I decided to try it out, and I went, and him and Coach Alex would help me, and that's kind of how I fell in love with the sport.
Absolutely. When was it in your career when you realized hey, this could be a career path for me when I get to college, or when did you feel that it was a possibility?
I think a little bit after sophomore year. It was during sophomore year when Coach Alex, he had told me, him and my dad had told me it would be a great opportunity, and that I would be able to have the chance to play in college. That when they told me that, I was I thought about it, and I was well, I really like this sport. I enjoy it, and I think it would be really fun to play in college, and that's when I decided to do that.
Absolutely, and you just had your signing day a couple of days ago. What were those emotions like? Because it's one thing to talk about it, and then it's another to actually have your signing day and sign away and make
Yeah.
it official. What was that like?
At first, I was very nervous because like I hadn't done anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, obviously. But as soon as I signed, it just felt like relief, and I felt very
Yeah.
happy and
Yeah.
excited for it, and excited for like what's to come. So
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy about that.
Absolutely. You know, the conversations I've had with athletes in the past and when they have their signing day, some of them have it early in the year before their season starts. Some have it after their season. Some have it in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And I've gotten two different answers. One is the kids will say, you know, man, it's a big relief, and now I can just go out there and just play the sport, play the season, and I don't feel any pressure now that I'm signed. Some will say, man, well, now I feel there's added pressure that people are going to look at me and say, well, that guy or that girl is signing to play college, so they feel there's more pressure on themselves going into a season. Which way did you feel, or did you feel a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. Once I committed, I was like, okay, like no more pressure. Like I can just play and have fun and not feel like I have to prove anything. But once I signed and like people at tournaments, if even if I wasn't performing my best, they would ask me like where I was going to college, and I was like, oh, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like this is like I would tell them, and I was like, it's not gonna show, but
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure, absolutely. And you know, now that you've closed your high school career and you're getting ready for college, what excites you the most about becoming a college athlete?
Just the different vibe it's going to like bring. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm excited for like all the tournaments and meeting new people,
Mm-hmm.
cuz that's something I liked here, where you would go to tournaments and you would meet new
Yeah,
people.
for sure.
And over there in college it's like different, and the time and like practices, it's all just I'm excited for it all, just to take it in, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited for that.
And maybe what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge or adjustment do you think going into college?
Time management.
Time management. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the probably the number one answer I've gotten from kids that are going to play in college. That the time management, because it's truly a job.
Mhm.
When you become a college athlete, having to now manage your studying, manage your athletic schedule, because a lot of people just think you just show up and play. No, there's off-season workouts, there's
Yeah.
preseason, there's postseason. So yeah, the time management certainly is going to be a lot. Um, Excited to go on to Austin and just kind of spread your wings and
Yeah.
be independent just a little bit. That's another big challenge that a lot of kids face.
Yeah, I'm excited and scared because it's Austin, like
Hmm.
it's a huge
Yeah.
place. So
The traffic, it's
yeah,
not as the traffic's a little crazier up there than it is here. So when you see it's a 10-minute drive from here to campus, that probably means 20 to 30
yeah,
minutes. You're gonna have to traffic. Not this here. It's very it's not a lot of traffic
not
here
a
in
lot,
Brownsville.
but over there it is. I mean,
Absolutely.
I know they had told me, they were like, the course is like 10 minutes away, but with traffic it can be like 20.
Yes,
So
for sure, absolutely. So when do you move on to campus, and when do you make that move?
I know I have orientation in
Hmm.
July, and school starts August 25th. So move in should be in between sometime in August. They haven't told
Hmm.
me yet, but
What are you planning on majoring in?
business.
Business.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's good. Before I let you go, any shout outs or any final memories that maybe that you look back on and like that one of your best memories?
Just practices with my team, and shout out to my coach and my dad, my parents.
Absolutely. You were the only senior too. That's a
Yeah.
little unique. So Wale, Julie, Ian, they're all coming back. For some of them a couple of years, some of them have one more year left. But
Yeah.
you feel the team's in a good spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think they are. The guys are going to be getting more people.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think if they all just practice and keep
Mm-hmm.
playing their game, they'll be fine.
Yeah, Ian was real close this year. He was
Yeah.
he was very close at second to the last hole. He had that opportunity on that last putt. I don't know if they told you how it went. He needed to make a birdie on that
Mhm.
17th hole, and he just missed that last putt. So he's
Yeah.
he's there. He's in the right spot. And I think Wale, He's your cousin. I'm sure that was special for you and your
Yeah.
family to be able to spend some time with your family and share the golf course together. So, any message you want to give maybe to the underclassmen, the guys and girls that are coming back?
Um, just to keep working hard and to not give up.
Absolutely. Well, Sylvia, it's been fun. Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Good luck on college, and graduation will be here already within a month. So
Yeah.
yeah, little nerve wracking. It can be when you're
Yeah.
getting ready to graduate high school. So, but Sylvia, again, thank you for joining us. When we come back, Sienna or Jimena, who's on deck? Who's in the hole? We'll see. Sienna's on deck. All right. When we come back, this is Lunching with the Hounds.
Ready to drive with confidence? Arroyo Driving School helps teens and adults become safe, skilled drivers. Our certified instructors teach the latest techniques to ensure you're prepared for any road. With quality vehicles and hands-on training, we give you the skills to drive responsibly. Get started today.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
If you or someone you know is planning to retire within 6 to 12 months, please call Joe D. Garcia. Federal, city, county, state employees, and small business owners, we have you covered. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call Joe D. Garcia from Blanket Retirement Services, 956-276-4943.
I'm Joe D. Garcia,
And I'm Rolando Trevino.
and we are Blanket Retirement Services. We have you covered.
Welcome back to Luncheon with the Hounds, proudly presented by Arroyo Driving School. We're joined by sophomore Sienna Mireles, representing the girls' track team. They got a trip to the state meet later this week in Waco, so congratulations to all of our athletes, boys and girls, that punched their ticket to the TAPS state meet. So, Sienna, in TAPS, this is your first state meet, but you've been at state meets before in basketball and junior high. So, just how excited are you to be able to be at your first track state meet?
I'm very excited. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity and, of course, to run with my team. I know that it's different whenever you have individual events, but I feel like there's just something extra special when you're on a relay team and knowing that you're not doing it alone. And I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a great experience. Considering that track is not my main sport, I did not think this was going to be my first time to a state event, but I am very grateful that I'm going to have this exposure early so that I'm prepared for whenever my other sports are ready to get to that level.
Absolutely, it's quite the stage. Waco Midway is the high school. It's a beautiful facility. When we get up there tomorrow, what excites you the most? Is it seeing different competition? Is it the camaraderie, or is it a little bit of both?
I would say it's definitely both. I think like this season, I've gotten really close to my coaches more than I was last year, and I think that also has an impact, and just being able to grow that relationship, and then also just finding that love of track that I guess growing up I always played basketball and volleyball, and that was those were always my main sports. But whenever I came to St. Joe, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like, I'll run track.
Absolutely.
And it's just, I don't know, I just really enjoy it, and it gives me something that I think my ball sports can't, and I really appreciate that. And I love to perform, and of course like the competition, because of course, I mean, there's people there that are like committed, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah, no,
you
for
know. But I mean, I'm never scared of the challenge, and I'm ready to go and perform.
For sure, absolutely, and that brings me to our next topic is, you've already had experience in basketball and in volleyball. You've already had some postseason success. You know what that big stage is like, and you've already competed at the district meet. You've competed at the regional meet. Do you feel that all that experience will help kind of maybe settle some nerves, if there are any, going into state?
I think it's hard to say what I'm gonna feel on that day because who knows, but I do think that experience is always gonna be there for you. Like it's always something you can fall back on. It's like, I mean, I get super like antsy no matter what I'm gonna do, but even in like the city me, I'm still nervous. But like I was saying, like that gives me something. Like track gives me that. Like I don't feel that way with my other sports, and I think that I've had to have had my own growth just with track to be able to get over that as an athlete, and I think it's helped me. And I think that like district and regionals, there was a lot of strategy and everything, and just like who's gonna do what and when and the timing. But I feel like at state, that is all kind of not as prominent anymore. So it's just you just gotta go. I mean, this is where you're running, and you just gotta go and just run fast.
Absolutely. We saw flashes last year of the relay team, and I know Coach Drew was like, hey, everyone's still young. There's room to grow, and I think you guys have progressed so much this year. The crazy thing is that you're still so young. The core of the team is loaded with sophomores, and then you get the veterans like Jimena, who's a senior, Kylie, who's a senior, and then Sarah, who's a junior. But predominantly, you guys are all sophomores. Sara, yourself, Victoria Flores. So when was it this year that you felt that this relay team can do something special?
Well, I know in the 4x2, whenever we found out that Sara wasn't running, it was really tough because we had kind of. I mean, I don't get much of preseason for track because it's like I lost, cried, had practice on Monday, and it's it's hard. But just so I kind of get thrown in, and then at the same time we also had like Sara's injury like thrown in at the same time that I came in. And so I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like we didn't know what we were gonna do, but I guess having that trust with each other and knowing that each person is versatile in being able to run whatever leg they're gonna run, and having reliable alternates have allowed us to just kind of like trust ourselves, trust each other, know that we're gonna be successful. And then the 4x2, I mean the 4x4. I remember last year we ran an all freshman 4x4. And then I knew I was like, oh yeah, like by the time we're like junior, seniors, like we're probably gonna be really good, And just getting that advice from, like you said, like from Pirtle and from Kylie and everyone, just being able like, what do I do? The wind, everything like that. But I know that I would say definitely the city meet is when it all just kind of came together, because that's Coach Teddy's what are we gonna do at district kind of meet, and I mean, we did really well. So
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I felt the city meet was kind of the turning point, and when we realized together, like, what, this team can do something special, and you guys took that momentum into the district meet. You all won the district. That's the headliner, really. It's been a few years since the girls team has won district, and that had to have been special.
It was very special. I was honestly so tired because I mean the 4x4 is the last event, and I was like the last runner, so I was like gone. But whenever I woke back up on the bus and just being able to be there with everyone, it's like, oh yeah, like we did that. Like it feels so good. It feels like everything that you've done is paying off, and just being able to see like the coach is satisfied for just a minute, but then Coach Drew always tells us like this is not the expectation. Like I expect more. This is just a goal that we met. Now we need to go on to our next goal. It doesn't just end. Like we don't just want to like win district, just qualify. No, I want to place, and just keeping that mentality, but also being able to acknowledge your success as well.
Absolutely, yeah. That district title was a big deal, and that's your second district title this year. You won one in basketball, you won one in track, so absolutely. You're also going to be playing in the basketball showcase.
Yes, sir.
What team did you end up being drafted to?
I think the
Lightning?
Rebels.
Rebels?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah,
Yes,
I know you've been a part of that the last 3 years.
Yeah, this is my 4th year.
4th year, yeah, because you did it in 8th grade, 9th.
What? Did I do it in 7th grade? Maybe it's in my 3rd or 4th year.
Yeah, I know for sure you did it in 8th grade, because I think you and maybe like one other person were like the only 8th graders there.
Right.
So, you excited about that?
I'm very excited. I'm playing with one of my really good friends that we've grown together in this club season. So I think that we can be really successful. There's like girls that I've played club with like throughout my time, and I feel like that chemistry is just gonna like kind of go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you're on opposite teams of like Miranda and Cali.
Yeah, I
So
didn't get any of
that's
them.
gonna be fun. We're gonna get to see you
I'm gonna
guys.
have them on locks. Just.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I know we have a couple of boys that are gonna be playing
Yeah,
in it as well.
they're on the same team though. Like some of the boys are together.
Yeah.
And I was like, why couldn't you put the girls together?
They did a draft this year.
I know.
Yeah, they
I think that was really
drafted the
interesting.
players. So yeah. I of course I've helped it out in the past. We've just kind of put teams together, and this was the first time they do an actual draft. So that was, like you said, that was really interesting to kind of see where everyone lands. So
Yeah.
but the track team will be on the road tomorrow at the state track meet up in Waco. So it's going to be Friday and Saturday. Friday are the field events. Good luck to Nicole, Olivia. Nicole trying to defend her pole vault state championship. Olivia trying to get her first state championship in the discus. Reed Starkey, he punched his ticket for the first time, and then Diego. I think Diego's a feel-good story.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just a couple of weeks in track, and then he just goes out there and he qualifies in the boys' shot. And, of course, the two relay teams and Grace Cowan also
that was
competing.
crazy.
Yeah, she placed second in the 300 hurdles. That was
wild.
that was a really good race. So, Sienna, good luck up at state.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us. Jimena's going to be joining us next. This is Lunchin with the Hounds.
Ready to drive with confidence? Arroyo Driving School helps teens and adults become safe, skilled drivers. Our certified instructors teach the latest techniques to ensure you're prepared for any road. With quality vehicles and hands-on training, we give you the skills to drive responsibly. Get started today.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
If you or someone you know is planning to retire within 6 to 12 months, please call Joe D. Garcia. Federal, city, county, state employees, and small business owners, we have you covered. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call Joe D. Garcia from Blanket Retirement Services, 956-276-4943.
I'm Joe D. Garcia,
And I'm Rolando Trevino.
and we are Blanket Retirement Services. We have you covered.
Welcome back to Lunchin with the Hounds, our final guest of the day. This is Lunchin with the Hounds presented by Arroyo Driving School, joined by Miss Jimena Herrera, Senior. Thanks
Yes,
for
I
joining
am.
us. Absolutely. How excited are you about this being your first state meet?
Oh, I'm so excited. If you had told me my sophomore year that we would have made it to state, I would have not believed you.
Absolutely. What excites you the most about being a state qualifier?
Running the relays one more time,
Mhm.
for sure. We've been working so hard this whole school year, and we're excited to see it all pay off one last
Right.
time at state.
For sure. And as a senior, you've kind of seen it all come full circle. And like I was talking with Sienna, how, last year they were so young. This year they're still young, relatively young.
Yeah.
But you and Kylie just kind of being the senior presence there, just to kind of maybe calm anybody down or advice, like Sienna said, that you guys have been able to give them. How have you taken on that role?
So I went into this season just really nervous because I wasn't able to run my junior year. And so last time I had done any of the relays that I did now was my sophomore year towards the end of the season. So going into the season this time, kind of already knowing what races I was going to pursue, because I hadn't, that was something that I had to figure out before. I tried my best to just come in with a positive outlook and try to convince them that I kind of knew what I was doing, even if I didn't.
For sure. No, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, you did a little bit of cross country in the fall, and you did track, obviously here in the spring. So, how has your season gone for you your senior year? Because you have a city meet under your belt, you have a district title, which is a big deal, and of course regional qualifiers. So you kind of stacked up the accolades this year. Which one means the most to you?
I think district felt the most significant to me. After city meet, we all kind of felt really hopeful, but we weren't sure if it was like a fluke or something. But I think we really did the thing.
Yeah.
In district.
Yeah, for sure. 2022 was the last time I believe
the girls team had won
district.
Yeah.
And like Coach Teddy made a good point that it was the first district title in this district.
Right.
It was with John Paul II and Incarnate Word a couple of years ago.
Yeah. St. Joe had not won with San Antonio.
Yeah, with SAC, it's tough. A lot of people don't realize how tough. St. Mary's. I know in cross country, St. Mary's was really good. They won the district. Providence was tough. Sacs was tough. TMI was always a problem, but they went up a conference. But and for me, I think like I told Sienna, for me the city meet was the turning point when we were able to win the city meet. There was a lot of emotion there. Did you feel the same that was a turning point for you guys, or what was your turning point?
Well, it was different for me based on the races. For example, the 4x4, the city meet, that was kind of how everything changed. But I hadn't been running the 4x2 up until that point, actually. Or I think city meet might have been the first time I ran it. It was either there or during the Meet of Champs. It was kind of a last-minute decision based on how I was feeling because I was running the Open 400 as well. So I really enjoy the 4x2, so I decided to run it. And I think the turning point for me for the 4x2 was the Meet of Champs, simply because it was the first time that I actually felt connected to the team.
The Meet of Champs it's the real deal here in the Valley, because you have to. A lot of people don't realize you have to qualify to make it to the Meet of Champs. What was that experience like?
It always feels weird to be part of such like a group of talented people. But I felt really grateful to be there.
And being near the only private school too.
Right.
It's
also that.
Some people, where are you from? St. Joe? Brownsville? Oh, okay. It's like, yeah. I mean, so it can happen from time to time. But I know that you get to see some of the Valley's best.
I know.
What was that like?
It's insane. I feel just really grateful to be there. Sometimes I'm just like, I'll just let them do their thing.
Because a lot of those kids, they're in the same boat as you. They're at the state meet, whether they're in 5A or in 6A, from a lot of them from the McAllen schools or the Sherryland mission schools.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about going into the state meet? Is it like I said to Kutien, is it just the camaraderie that you're gonna be with your friends one last time? Because really, this is the last meet for me too. Like, there's no more athletics after this.
Yeah, after this,
it's
for the school year.
For the school year, yeah. What excites you the most?
I just I've worked so hard this whole year leading up to the track season, and I'm just really excited to do it one more time with everyone and run our best race yet.
And it's fitting that you're able to go to the state meet as a senior. The other kids, they got this year, they got a couple more years. This is it for you. So it's got to have a special feeling for you to be able to go as a senior and just kind of wrap up your track career. And college is coming up sooner than you think. Graduation, like I said, is less than a month away, more or less. What are your plans for college? Do you have an idea? Or
So I am going to be an acting major this upcoming fall. And so the way that works, not only do I have to apply to the college and get accepted, but I have to apply to the colleges of inside, like the programs within themselves. So it's like either I get just accepted to the college or hopefully get into both. So it all just comes down to financial aid and things like that.
For sure. What colleges are you looking at?
The one that's on top of my list is the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. My cousin just got into U of M.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, she just got in, and she just had her orientation. Or they visited campus, I think, yesterday or the day before. Yeah, she's graduating this year, like you. She's a senior.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have family in Michigan. So she actually just got into U of M.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be there this upcoming fall,
Good
but
deal.
We'll see how the cards play out.
Absolutely. It's really cold in the winter.
I know. That's what everyone's been telling me.
Just warning you. And I think a week ago I talked to my uncle and he's like, "Man, I got a hoodie on. It's in the 40s here." I'm like, "Geez, they get snow all the way March, April, May. So just a heads up, it's
No,
really
and
cold up
I've
there.
never seen snow to that degree. So I guess I'm just gonna have
You're just
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to
it these next 4 years.
You're just gonna have to get
Make
used
up
to
for
it.
all the 18 years of my life.
Absolutely, Jimena, that's the bell. Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you so
Good
much.
luck up at Waco. We'll see you up there. Special thank you to Miss Sylvia, Miss Sienna, and Miss Jimena for joining us here on Luncheon with the Hounds, presented by Arroyo Driving School. We'll see you guys next week.
Ready to drive with confidence? Arroyo Driving School helps teens and adults become safe, skilled drivers. Our certified instructors teach the latest techniques to ensure you're prepared for any road. With quality vehicles and hands-on training, we give you the skills to drive responsibly. Get started today.